Hey, 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 everyone. Hello, gorgeous lovelies. We are here for the magnetic funnel workshop. Just giving some time for more persons to pop on. If you are here and you're live, please type into the text chat below this video and let me know that you are here, you're live. Let me know where you are watching from and what your biggest questions are. You can start putting your questions in. I'm here to listen, to serve, to answer your questions, to be here with you. Let me just make sure I have everything prepared. Hi guys, hi. I see one more person just popped in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm giving the others a chance to pop in as well. Alrighty. All right, so we're gonna be starting right now. We're gonna be starting in another couple seconds, just giving additional people the chance to pop in. Let me just write a post in the Facebook group just to let everybody know that we're starting. We are live. Hashtag training Thursday. All right, so just making sure getting everyone on here. Give them the link. If you're here and you're live, you can feel free to comment in the text chat below this video and let me know where you're watching from, where you're joining in from, what you're looking forward to learning most about funnels. And let's dive in, right? So let's just post your questions, any question at all that you have. Of course, this will be repurposed. I will be repurposing this workshop, so get as much as you can. Stay tuned all the way to the end. I'll be taking your questions, I'll be answering your questions, I'll be going deeper and deeper with you and really supporting you in creating a funnel that's going to get you paying clients. So if you're here, just post in the text chat. I'll be refreshing my page just to make sure I'm getting the comments, and I will be responding to you. I will be answering your questions. I remember when I started my own journey, as a coach and everything, I really, really struggled to know what exactly to do and what strategy to use. And when I did have my funnel set up, that's when everything became much, much easier, much, much clearer. I realized that sitting down meditating wasn't going to bring me clients and that I actually had to do stuff. And so that's what I'm going to share with you. I'm going to share with you the exact specific stuff that you have to do today. Now, many coaches I see do funnel trainings, and what I see they miss is they don't tell you how, they tell you what, and then they try to sell you the how. I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it. I'm going to tell you the step-by-step process. Of course, I'm going to tell you what a funnel is, why it's important, but I'm also going to share with you how you can actually get it done. And I'm going to share with you step by step what it's going to take for you to create, to have a funnel that brings you paying clients. I'm also going to share but the reason I'm going to be dishing all the goods is because I'm not going to have a replay for this webinar. So if you want to catch it, please stay for the entire time. I know we're all busy. I really appreciate you being here, but this is for your own good as well. Take all the notes because I will be repurposing this workshop and I will be selling it afterwards. So I'm going to be giving as much as I can. All right. All right. So let me just finish this post here. Go to Bitly. And feel free to share this with your friends. Like if you know anybody who's a coach or an online entrepreneur who doesn't know how to set up a funnel or their funnel sucks, like if you know they don't have paying clients right now and you know they want paying clients, if they're your friends and you're a friend of theirs, send them this link. Send them a link. It's bit.ly/magnetic funnel workshops. That's magnetic funnel workshop. Send them that link and invite them to join us. All right. I'm just making sure, tagging everyone in the group to make sure everyone who is interested in this training gets the chance to join me, join you, join us. And thank you for your patience. I know you're here, you're watching, and you're waiting. Thank you for your patience. We're going to be starting really, really soon, like in 25 seconds. Just making sure that all the people in the group stuff, just tag everyone. Tagging. All right, so let's do this. I just tagged everyone. Done. Post. We're live. Let's do this. All right. So again, welcome, welcome, welcome to you, my darling. Thank you so much for being here, for taking the time. It's Training Thursday. You know, every single Thursday I do a fresh, free training where I go in depth. If you were on last week's training, you'd have seen how deep I go in these trainings. I really, really go deep because I remember what it was like sitting in my room, feeling depressed, like I wasn't getting anywhere with my business, feeling as if I wasn't doing enough and I wasn't getting anywhere. And so what I do in these trainings is that I cover as much ground as possible, and I don't give you fluff. I give you things that are gonna get you results. So I see more people are jumping in. Thank you so much for jumping in. I'm so happy you're here. If you have comments, questions, please type them in the text chat. I will be answering them for you. So don't be shy. Type your questions in there. I'll be answering them live here, and I will be giving you all the content, giving you all the goods. Now there will be a PDF worksheet, a PDF that goes along with this with all the slides. So if you are here, if you are watching live, I will let you know worksheet. Now I will have swipe files that give people like templates and stuff like that, but that's gonna be for people who are in my Client Magnet Mastermind. But the fact that you're here, I want to give you the PDF worksheet that goes with this, the PDF presentation, so you can go through, even though you won't have this recording, you'll have the PDF at least to go through and have some notes, right? I want to support you in that way. So let's begin. Let's begin. For those of you who are fresh, who are new, you do not know me. Most people will know me because, I mean, you're here because you're in my community. I'm only doing this training for people in my community. But if you're new, for some reason, your friend invited you, you're watching this right now and you don't know me, I'm Shaniel Stewart, also known as Miss Inspirer. Let me just adjust this here so you can see me properly. Good. Okay. Looking cute. Looking cute. Yes. Anyway, so I'm Shaniel Stewart. I'm Miss Inspirer. I'm a visibility strategist and a success coach for coaches who are really ready to take their business to the next level. What that means is that you're sick and tired of having just no paying clients, or you've maybe booked one paying client and you're ready to have a full roster of paying clients. You're ready to stand out in your industry, become irresistible in your industry, be magnetic, and really dominate your industry so you can make a change in the world, have an impact in the world, and also create income so you can support the life of your dreams. All right. So that's who I am. That's what I do. Of course, we're going to start off this workshop with a prayer because I just want us to get grounded. So if you are not somebody who prays, that's fine. You can just take some deep breaths and relax with us. But I'm going to just pray really quickly. Father God, as we come before you, I thank you for today. I thank you for this webinar. I thank you for this training. Thank you for the opportunity to be here with the lovely women who are joining in today. You know their business. You know their goals. You know what funnel is the best type of funnel for them. And so I pray that you will guide me in teaching them what will actually serve them, what will actually make sense for their business and their goals. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Lord. Amen. All right, so we're ready to go. We're ready to dive in. All right, so now my whole thing around this, coaching business and everything started back in 2014. I've been a coach since then. Now, before I became a coach, I wasn't new to business because I had already had years of experience in marketing. I did marketing for Huggies diapers. I did marketing for Carlo Rossi wines. I also did marketing for a credit union, and after my first day of work, I got promoted to lead marketer in my team. So I'm not new to marketing, but I'm by profession a trained social worker. So I have 2 master's degrees in social work, and what I specialize in is actually helping people to live their dreams, to help people tap into their purpose and their callings. That's what I was doing as a social worker. Now I also have for 2 years worked with over 600 millennials, helping them create careers and businesses that they love. All right, so I have tons of experience in business marketing, all these kinds of things, and really helping people to have transformation. But when it came to actually being a coach and having a coaching business, I sucked, like seriously. God bless my soul back then, but like I was horrible. Okay, I couldn't get a client to save my life. I went 8 months without getting a client. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know about how to market to people online. I knew how to do it in person. I knew how to interact with people. You know, I'm a social butterfly and a people person. But when it came to doing it online, I hid. I hid like crazy. I remember I went to this conference back in 2014 as well. It was like 200 women, top entrepreneurs in the industry. Some of them you may know are like top six-figure entrepreneurs, and they're rocking out their businesses. And I was at this conference and we were all peers at the time. And I just remember when the coach would say, go mingle, go get to know each other, I would head to the bathroom and I would hide because I didn't want anybody to know who I was. I felt like I wasn't worthy. I felt like I wasn't good enough. I felt like, what if they didn't like me? What if they thought I was too young? What if they didn't like my accent? Like I had all, and my hair was like bleach blonde at the time and like really low. I was like, what if they didn't like my hair? Was like crazy. I just felt like I didn't belong. They didn't make me feel that way. I made me feel that way. I was like crazy, paranoid about not fitting in and not being, a part of their group. And so I really hid. And that continued for months in my business because there were times when I didn't book clients. I really, really did not do the things I was supposed to do in my business. I didn't market myself. I didn't have a webinar. I didn't post things in my business. I didn't do discovery calls. I just hid like a hermit crab, all crawled up in my shell, not running a successful business. All right? But there was a time when I hired a specific coach who was a online marketing coach, and he's like this British dude, and I hired him, and he literally gave me the blueprint of how to run a business, like a funnel. He gave me the blueprint for a funnel. He works with like Frank Kern and all these people, and like Ryan. No, I've worked with Ryan Dice as well, but he worked with Richard Branson. He's been on stage with Bob Proctor. He's like a superstar in the industry over the British side of life. I'm based in the UK. So he was doing all of these things in his business, and he showed me the template of how to actually roll out a successful funnel. I had one problem. It was so masculine and so not me and so rigid and so corny. I did not feel authentic using his strategy or his structure. And so during that time, I wasn't using him alone. I mean, I've written it down just so I don't forget anybody. Gina DeVee, Andy Harrington, Ryan Dice, T. Harv Eker, Melanie Duncan, Paul Shield, Kevin Teeple, who is one of Tony Robbins' coaches, Bill Barron, and tons of other people. I've invested in all of these coaches' businesses, and none of them are six-figure business owners. Amber Aziza, like all the coaches I've worked with, they're all seven-figure business owners. And by me working with them, I was learning so much from them, but I really, really invested. And you're here today on this training, and you're going to get all the knowledge from all these people for free. You're going to get all of it for free. So please do not take this lightly. Have your pen, have your paper. I will be going very deeply into this. So really, really be prepared. All right. Um, so, yeah. So let me tell you the dirty truth about funnels, right? Everywhere you go online, everybody's telling you, get a funnel this. Let me teach you why you should have a funnel, blah, blah, blah. The truth is you already have a funnel. The fact that you have a business, you have a funnel. It just might mean that your funnel sucks, right? No offense, but it just means that your funnel maybe is crap. I was there. I had a crappy funnel too. I really did. I had a crappy funnel too. So I'm not gonna share with you why you should have a funnel as much as how you should have one, because the thing is you already have one. All right. So why you need to be tweaking your funnel is that your funnel is like a roadmap. It's the path. It's the step by which your client, your potential client, goes from not knowing who the heck you are to knowing you, loving you, trusting you enough, getting on the phone with you, and then paying you to work with you. All right? That's all a funnel is. It's just the roadmap. It's the path that you take your clients on. Now, if you don't actually structure the map, and you don't have a funnel, it's kind of like if you're in New York and you want to get to Miami and you don't even know where you are. You won't know that you need to go south, right? But if you are in Miami and if you're in New York and you know you want to go to Miami, you will give somebody the specific map telling them to go southern, and it will take them to Miami. All right? If you do not give them the guidance of where to go, they may end up in Toronto. They may end up in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. That's not what you want. You want them to move from New York to Miami. So you got to give them the roadmap, tell them all the states they got to go through, tell them where they're going to go, where they're going to stop, what they're going to do each level of the way until they get to Miami. That's it. Your funnel is simply a map. Think of a physical funnel. It's like, that thing you put in the bottle and you pour the water in and it channels the water into the bottle. You're doing that to people. You're putting them into a sequence so that they go where you want them to go and nowhere else. You're on this webinar, on this training right now for a reason, because you're going through my funnel. All right? So your people have a funnel. Where are they on the map? Maybe they're all the way over in like Detroit, and they're trying to get to Miami. You want them in Miami, but your funnel sucks eggs and they're in Detroit. You don't want them in Detroit. You want them in Miami. All right? So that's the truth about funnels. You already have one. So I'm going to share with you the step-by-step process of how you can get your clients from not knowing you, New York, to Miami, where they're marvelously in love with you and want to pay for your services. Okay? So before I share with you what you're going to do step by step, I want to tell you some of the mistakes you're making. The first mistake you're making is that you're pitching too fast. This person just found out about you. They just started liking you. They're just feeling you out, and you're already pitching to them. It's kind of like in a relationship. If you and this dude just started dating, and after, he drops you home from the first date, he's like, will you marry me? You're going to think he's creepy and crazy, and you're probably going to run for the hills. Let me share a story. Back in 2009, I was using a dating site by the name of plentyoffish.com, right? There was this guy who was super sweet, super duper sweet, like such a sweetie pie. And probably after 3 days of talking to this guy, he said he loved me. I deleted my account. I blocked him from my Skype. I was like, no, run for the hills. I don't know you that well for you to tell me you love me. Like, okay, bye. So it's like that. You don't want to be that creepy dude in online dating who just tells the girls he loves them when he doesn't even know them. All right? You need to be really, really like honest and get yourself out there. Hold on, I'm getting a snap. Let me see here. All right, yes. Sorry about that. That was a snap. I think it's probably one of y'all on the Snapchat. If you haven't added me on Snapchat, you can add me on Snapchat. So yeah, if you want to send your questions through Snapchat, you can do that too. All right? So it's like the creepy dude. You don't want to be that creepy dude in the online dating world who just tells people that he loves them. So when you go to a potential client who just met you and you're saying to them, hey, sign up to work with me, pay me thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, they're saying, leave me alone, I don't know you, you're creepy. And they will, I promise you, unsubscribe from your email list. They will block you on their Facebook, or they may very well unlike your Facebook page or report you to Facebook, or they may put you in their spam folder in their Gmail inbox so that they never hear from you again, but you think they're still on your list, so you're still mailing them, but they will never hear from you because they have put you in their spam folder. I have had that happen to me, and I'm telling you because I don't want it to happen to you. So you're pitching too fast. People need time to get to know you, right? It's a relationship. The next thing is that you're not pitching fast enough. So maybe you're not pitching fast enough, and what that is saying to you is that you are getting these people on your list, you're warming them up, you're giving them lots of content, lots of value. But here's the thing, there's something called the climatic point where the people, they're like so excited about you, and you need to pitch to them at that point in the relationship, or it's gonna be like, they're anticipation and their excitement for you starts to go down. So you have to be able to time the interest level of your community and pitch to them at the right time. Or you have to be pitching at a consistent time in your funnel each month so that people know and feel connected to you, and when they do, they will say yes to the pitch. That's maybe your pitch for a discovery call. Okay, so that's the next step. You want to not be pitching so soon and not be taking too long to pitch. Now, I remember in my first, if you look back to my first set of emails, probably the first 3 months worth of email, I was like, buy my program, buy my program, buy my program, buy my program. That's also disgusting. No offense. I know if you're doing it, don't beat yourself up about it. I did it too, and I'm telling you that it was what I did. When I look back now, I'm like, thank God I grew up, thank God I invested in myself, thank God I found a strategy that worked. I was simply just selling all the time, and people stopped opening the emails because it was like, hey, are you buying it? Did you see this? Have you forgotten this? Do you want to buy this? Do you want to buy this? And people just stop. So you have to balance it, right? And if you're in my group, I have something called the 80-20 rule, where we're giving value 80% of the time and pitching 20% of the time. So if I'm going to be pitching in an email, I try to either give 80% of the email as value and then like a small pitch at the end of the email in the PS, or I give you like a blog post and a free audio and a free webinar, and then I pitch. All right, so you want to be balancing it and giving 20% value and 80% pitch. Now, if you're following along, please be typing in the questions box, because I'll be looking to see if you're typing and if you're leaving any comments here. All right, so make sure if you have any questions, type your questions in the questions box below this video and I will. So Katrina says, hey Katrina, you're watching from the UK. Padebi, you're watching from Nigeria. Hey guys, hey, welcome. Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep in touch with the questions area more frequently so I can give you guys the shout outs. Welcome, darling. Super happy to have you here. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'm happy to have you. Again, if you want to invite your friends, feel free to do that. All right. Oh my God, you're from the UK, so that means like bedtime for you soon, right? And Padebi, you're over in Nigeria, so you're in the future too. It's 4:30 here where I am, but that means you guys are in the future. Hi. All right, so now your funnel is what's going to help the people to know you. So you get them from Nigeria, think of it as a relationship. They don't know you, they just met you, and you're going to be taking them to paying client status, right? So the funnel is supposed to make them fall in love with you, right? It's where you're going to be wooing them and seducing them and making them love you. Okay, right? Just think about it like a relationship. Really, really, it is a relationship. Every time I get on here, I'm wearing red lipstick because I'm like thinking about how I can channel my inner fierceness and just my magnetism and just like bond with you guys. Yeah. So let's move on to the actual steps. We're already 25 minutes in, so now I'm going to go to, why you need one, all the things you've been doing wrong. And so now it's time for you to know what to do to actually set up a funnel. All right? So this is the place where you get your pen and your paper. All right? So who's ready? Are you ready? You ready, guys? Are you ready? Up in here. Okay, let's get started. Let's get sorted. The first thing you need to do before you even start your funnel, because with your funnel, you're going to be working backwards. All right? So yes, people are telling you, have a freebie. You do not start there. I promise you, listen to me. It will help you if you start where I'm telling you to start. I am pinky promising you here. Please, I am begging you. Do not start from your freebie. That is a huge mistake that people make. You create this awesome webinar or this awesome PDF, and nobody gives a rat's butt about your PDF. No offense. What you start from, you're going to be working backwards. You start from the end result, okay? So if you want them to sign up to work with you in I'll use a personal example of what I did. Let's say I wanted clients to join my coaching program called, let's say, Shine, Thrive, and Live Your Dream Life. I'm going to give you an example from back when I was a quarter life crisis coach, all right? So this way you can relate it to your business coaching, branding coaching, life coaching. You can relate it to health coaching, whatever it is you do. So I wanted people to sign up for my Shine, Thrive, and Live Your Dream Life 90-day coaching program. It was really for the people going through quarter life crises who didn't know what the heck to do with their life, and they wanted to create legendary lives doing work they love, all these kind of beautiful things, right? So it's going to be a 90-day program. Now, what I had to do was write down, please pay attention, guys. I'm going to be giving you the actual steps now, all right? So write it down. Please pay careful attention. Of course, if you want to purchase this afterwards, you can, but I want to actually tell you how to do it. So just listen. You're going to write down all the things that you're going to cover with them in the 90 days. Maybe it's an 8-week program. Maybe it's a group coaching program. You can use this formula for coaching programs, group coaching programs, private coaching programs, and even products. Believe me, if you are selling pillows, luxury pillows, or body products, or whatever you're selling, you can use it. But I focus mainly on coaching because that's my area of expertise. You're going to start from the product, the program that you're selling, or whatever it is, the workshop, mastermind program, whatever it is. What are all the things that you cover in that? You have your pen and your paper right now. I want you to list everything out. List everything down. What do you cover in that? What are they learning? Are they learning, how to overcome their fears? Are they getting clarity on their life purpose? Are they getting action plan or like a goal setting, whatever it is? Write all of that down. I'm giving you time. I'm giving you 10 seconds. Checking my invisible clock. 10 seconds. List out all, or let me give you a minute, because I know probably you will need to actually write that down. Think about your program. Now, what you're probably saying, what if you don't have a coaching program yet, or what if your program isn't, fully up and running? Well, if you don't have a program, then you need to pause. Okay, you can't pause this if you're not watching the paid version, but pause a second and write this down. Go to your ideal clients and ask them what their problem is and if they are willing to pay for it. And if they say yes, ask them how much they're willing to pay. You will solve all your problems. I remember when I was doing quarter life crisis coaching, I went and I asked them. My target market were people who were like fresh out of university. They were just starting to work. They hated their lives. They were like happy they had a job, but they wanted more, right? And so I polled them. I went into alumni groups for different universities on Facebook. I just went on Facebook, Googled alumni groups for university, or I Googled young professionals groups in LinkedIn. And I went and I did questionnaires, I did surveys, even if they weren't in like anywhere near me. Like I went on LinkedIn and I was like, Boston young professionals. I don't really care if the person is from Boston. I just needed to talk to young professionals. And I said to them, what are you struggling with in your life right now? And most of them were talking about really not feeling fulfilled in their job, right? So I asked them, is this something you would pay for? They said no. Okay, so if I was going to create this awesome epic program about how to have a fulfilling life, that wasn't a priority for them. When I said, would you pay for helping you to find out what kind of job or what kind of career path would fulfill you, they said yes. Okay, they said yes to that. So I said, how much would you pay? And then they gave me different prices. So some person said they would pay 500 a month. Some person said they would pay, 300 a month, 1,000 a month. And that helped me to know, is this a niche I want to be in? Are these people willing to pay enough for my services? How much can I see how I can raise the prices? Should I do a group program instead? And I created everything in the program based on what they said. So you're going to create your program based on what they tell you, what they want to learn, how much they're willing to pay for it, how long it should be, what topics should you cover. You're going to ask them every single thing that they want to learn. You are not going to assume anything. Do not assume anything. Even if you were in that same phase 2 years ago or a year ago or 2 months ago, it doesn't matter. Do not assume. All right, ask them what they want. All right, because sometimes the things you think you want and the things you really want are two separate things. So you want to make sure you are reaching out to them and finding out from them what they want, what they're willing to pay for, how much they're willing to pay for it, and what topics you should cover in it. All right, so if you're loving this so far, Katrina, Parebi, I know there are 4 viewers, some more people have jumped on. Feel free to comment and let me know what you're loving so far. If you're liking this, what questions you have so far. So you want to be working backwards. So you now have spoken to your ideal clients. You know what they want to learn. You know what their problems are. You know what they're willing to pay for, and you know how much they're willing to pay for it. So now your thing is to go and create a program that matches that need. All right, so that's for the people who didn't have a program. If you already have a program and you created it this way, great. If you have a program and you didn't create it this way, you will have problems selling the program. Okay? I used to do market research for top-notch marketing companies, and I remember having to go house to house and ask customers what they thought about different brands. Yes, I was one of those people that came ringing on your doorbell saying, hey, I'm doing market research. Are you interested? And I would have to stand with those persons for an hour, sometimes an hour and a half, depending on how long the survey was, and find out from them what they want. All right? All businesses do that. Pepsi does it. They know their people. They know why they have Beyonce doing their advertisement. They know why they have Rihanna doing their advertisement. They know why they have Shakira doing their advertisement, because they know who their ideal clients are. Okay? There's a reason Louis Vuitton is not in every store. There's a reason Louis Vuitton is not in every mall. There's a reason Louis Vuitton is not in every country. It's because they know who their people are. They know the price points. They know the view or the vision. You need to know your ideal clients more than they even know themselves. So now that you know them and you've created a kick-ass program to solve their problems, the next thing you're going to be doing is working backwards. So now you have the program. You're going to list out for me all the things that you're going to teach them in that program, all the results they will get, all the breakthroughs, all the things that you're an expert in that you're going to be teaching them in it. Cover, just like list it out, darlings, list it out, list it out, list it out. All right, list out everything. All right, so hope you've been listing them out. So now you know what they're gonna learn. So for me, what I listed out was that they were gonna get clarity on their life's purpose, because their problem was, I don't know what to do with my life. I am going through a quarter life crisis. I don't know what to do with my life. So they got clarity. They overcame their fears, because it was more like, what if my parents are upset if I leave this job? What if all these fears? I helped them overcome their fears. What if they decided that they don't know how to do it? I help them to create an action plan. So list out all the results that they get. And what you're going to do, because what we're baking here is a funnel cake. All right. If you've ever been to a theme park, you know those yummy, delicious funnel cake with the whipped cream all over it. Or if you don't know what a funnel cake is, go Google funnel cake. It's really yummy, really, really sweet and delicious. And it's like kryptonite. Do not, stay away from it. It will tempt you to eat more. So we're baking ourselves a nice fat funnel cake here. And so now your funnel cake is your program. What you're going to do is slice off a piece of it. Get your little knife. You're going to cut a slice. And that slice is what you're going to use for your bridge. So that will be the topic of your webinar, the topic of your video series, the topic of your challenge. So you're going to do, for me, let's use the example of what I was using. You would use the example of having a challenge or a mini course or a video series or a webinar about overcoming your fears. So some of you watching this, maybe you've done my 5 days to fear free mini course. That was a part of that. So I was selling a course called the Fear Free and Living Legendary Master Course. And what I did was I cut a piece of the course off, which was basically the introduction to the program, and I turned that into a mini course. So that's what your freebie is going to be. Your freebie must link directly to your program. So I've seen people who they're trying to sell a branding package, and then they teach people how to, they teach people how to build a website and how to do this, and they're giving all of this goody stuff in the freebie. But then when it's time for the person to buy, they don't buy, and it's because you've already answered all the questions. So you need to answer one of the questions from your major package, from that funnel pie. You want to answer one question. So Another thing I did was I had something called my Bi-Quarter Life Crisis Clarity Kit. So as you heard, they get clarity on what their life purpose is. I know some of you watching this right now have probably bought that clarity kit from me. I know it's my what do you call it? It's my passive income stream. Like I have that running just by itself. So my ultimate clarity kit. Why? Because it's something that people need. People need clarity. So I sell them the clarity kit, and then I say, now that you have clarity, you need to jump into overcoming the fears or creating the action plan so you can get the results. Cha-ching! That's why they buy, because they see the natural progression. You don't create something that doesn't make sense. It must be that natural progression. So now that you know all the things you do, you're going to pick one. You're going to pick one thing from that list, and you're going to create your freebie around that thing. You're going to create something so juicy, so irresistible. It could be a challenge. It could be a video series. It could be a webinar. It could be a PDF, a worksheet. You could take your phone and record an audio and teach them how to actually solve that one problem. And you're going to give so much value. All right? So now that you've created your program, it's a hot, sizzling program. You've created your freebie that's hot and sizzling, and the freebie is like the perfect springboard to warm them up and give them that, that anticipation for more of your stuff. They're going to be excited. So they're doing your free mini course and they're like, oh my God, Shaniel, I'm loving this mini course. I'm loving this mini course so much. I'm getting so many breakthroughs from this mini course or from this PDF or from this audio or from whatever it is. You're going to get them a result. Make sure that whatever it is, you're going to get them a result. So whether it's clarity or overcoming fear or getting, finding their niche, finding their ideal client, or figuring out their whatever is holding them back from their weight loss, whatever. Maybe it's an assessment. It could even be a free assessment. You're not pitching to them here. No pitching here. This is where you're building the relationship. You're setting yourself up as the expert. Think of that dating game, the dude, he carries you out to lunch. He buys you something nice. Valentine's Day comes around. He says, hey, here's a necklace, right? He's warming you up. Maybe, think about the 90-day rule from the movie Think Like a Man, right? No nookie for 90 days. That's it. I'm not saying that you're going to wait 90 days to pitch to the people, all right? You don't have to wait that long. They say that it takes around 420 hours of videos and audios for people to buy like a high-end program. So if you're selling like a $5,000 coaching program or like a $10,000 program, you need to do like a longer form of know, like, and trust. But if you're selling like a $7 ebook or a $25 kit or like a $1,000 coaching program, you don't have to take that long, okay? But you have to let them see you, know you, feel you, like you, all right? So give them great value in that freebie. All right, guys, if you're enjoying this, type in the comments and let me know that you're enjoying this. If you're not enjoying it, then it doesn't make sense. I continue. But if you're enjoying it, then comment and let me know that you're enjoying it. All right, let me see the comments coming in. If you're new, if you jumped in, hi, Joy. Welcome. Woo! Yes, all about marketing research. It saves a whole lot of time. Absolutely, Joy. Welcome, Joy, darling. Welcome. So, yes, ladies, other people jumping in, thank you for joining in as well. Okay, so now that you've worked backwards, because before people are like, oh, create an irresistible offer, and then you create this like epic workshop and nobody ends up buying your coaching program because you didn't work backwards. So work backwards. So now that you have a sizzling hot program or package because you talk to your people, and now that you have a freebie that they love, and here's what you do for the freebie. I do this all the time. I poll my people again and I say, hey, do you want a video or do you prefer audio or do you prefer a PDF? And I do that. So if, for example, when I was doing quarter life crisis coaching, I remember they said that they wanted like a PDF cheat sheet. And so I did a PDF cheat sheet. Another time a person said they wanted a quiz. And so I did are you having a quarter life crisis quiz? Okay. So ask your people what they want. Don't waste your time creating things that people don't want. They will tell you. Just ask them. All right, so ask them. Before of course, you guys know I'm doing the launch of my Client Magnet Mastermind. If you are watching this from the Client Magnet Mastermind, then it already means you're in the program. Thank you for signing up. If you are watching this as the pre-recorded version before the Mastermind program, yes, I interviewed almost 50 people before I came up with that program. Almost 50 coaches. I sat down on the phone with person after person after person, and then I sent out a survey and I got 24 people to answer that survey. I asked them, all right, so now you have your program, you have your freebie, they rock. Now it's time to actually create the sequence. And this is what you're going to create that you can do while you're sleeping, while you're on the beach, while you're out with Bay, while you're out with the fam jam, while you're cooking dinner, while you're doing laundry, while you're doing your nails or whatever, your hair, you know, like your photo shoot, whatever you're doing, sleeping, having a life, going to the movies, going out with your friends for dinner. This part that I'm going to teach you now of the funnel is what is automated. All right, so I'm going to give you the ingredients for your funnel cake. First, jot this down. Number one, you need to have time. Okay, so time to write emails, time to, put all your emails together, because you're going to have to put together emails, guys. The fact is, you're going to have to do that. Of course, if you do get this as a part of the Client Magnet Mastermind, you will have my email swipe file, so you can just copy and paste the emails in and tweak it to match your audience. That's also an option. But if you're watching this, the free version, then you're going to need time. So you're going to budget out time in your calendar to write these emails. Okay, now for me, I know that when my little sister is around or when my partner is around, I can't really work well. I get distracted by people. I love to talk. I'm a talker. I could talk all day. Like, I could talk forever. And so when I see them, I don't focus well. So I know that I have to write my emails either while they're sleeping. So that means like in the middle of the night, or while they're away. All right. So when do you work best? You need to budget out that time. Budget out the time. Maybe you need to close yourself in the bathroom and type. Maybe you need to type while you're on the train, save it in your phone, in your Evernote, or in your notepad, or whatever. But you need to get that out. Or maybe you can record it as a voice note and send it to a virtual assistant to get them to transcribe it for you, or send it to somebody on Fiverr to transcribe it for you. But you want to be making sure that you're getting these emails pre-written. Okay, so budget out time. That's the first thing, time. Ingredient number one, okay? Just like how you would have 2 eggs or 5 spoons of sugar, whatever. First ingredient, time. So budget out time. When I set up my first automated funnel that is still bringing me money right now, like as we speak, people are opting into my list and signing up for that. It's not with this current business, it's my previous coaching business, but it's still running on autopilot by itself. Okay, and so with that, it took me probably 2 days to put everything together. It took time, so have that down. You're also going to need time to create your freebie. So if it's a PDF and you want it to look pretty, or if it's an audio, you're going to need time to do all of that. You're going to need time to, if it's a webinar, host the webinar. So first thing you're going to need is time. All right, the second thing is you're going to need a CRM service. Okay, so that's a customer relationship management tool or software. If you don't know what that is, oh my goodness, you are behind, but don't worry, I'm going to help you now. It's called MailChimp, GetResponse, Aweber, Ontraport, ConvertKit. That's what it's called. When I started, I was using MailChimp. Okay, now if you're going to be using MailChimp, you can sign up with MailChimp. It's free. It's really the lowest level of the CRMs. It's great for people who are just starting out. So if you're just starting out and you don't want to invest in a super high level one right now, you can start with MailChimp. If you pay $10 a month, though, instead of the free one, you can do the autoresponders. So the autoresponders, what that does is you actually get to schedule out all these emails automatically. Now, some of you are experienced in business, so this is not new to you. You already have a CRM. Good, awesome. So you have ingredient number 2. But for those of you who don't, go get MailChimp. I don't use MailChimp anymore. I actually use MailChimp to send out like emails to my non-active subscribers. And I use GetResponse for my main emails. So when I say non-active subscribers, this is just a side note to this training, but it's a great tip if you're here. If you have people on your list who do not open emails, they will lower your deliverability score. And what that will do is, when, say, you send out an emails to 1,000 people, or let's say 100 people, and only 20 of them open, or only 10 of them open, what that says to Gmail and Yahoo and Hotmail is that nobody likes your stuff sucks eggs. And what Gmail, Yahoo and Hotmail and all these places do is, to protect their users, they stuff your email into spam or into promotions or into updates. So people never hear from you in their primary inbox. So what I do is, after I see people not opening my emails for a number of time, I take them out of my list. I take them off my main list of active subscribers, and I send them over to like MailChimp, where if it's something like an affiliate offer or just a random rant or some email or a free video, they'll get that. So if you see that you're not getting emails from me as often, it's because you're probably in that pile and I just like stuff you over there. Yeah, and if you don't open my emails for a couple more weeks, then I will just put you in that pile, and I won't waste time, because I actually have to pay for the people on my list. So if you're on my list and you're not like active, I don't want you wasting my financial investment. Okay, so I put you over in MailChimp where it's free. So the next thing is, you're gonna need ingredient number 3 is your free offer. So if you don't have one, you need to go create that. That's why you have time as the first ingredient. If you have one, awesome. All right. The fourth thing you're gonna need is a landing page platform. Now, many people are there stressing about websites and WordPress and Weebly and Wix and Squarespace. Drop all that garbage. If you want to book clients right now, you do not need a website fully built. Serious, you're wasting time. You need a landing page platform. All right. So that means lead pages. I don't use lead pages anymore because it wasn't customizable enough. I use ClickFunnels. I love ClickFunnels because I can also host my membership site there. I use ClickFunnels because it allows me to drag all the things around and I can integrate it with whatever I want. I love ClickFunnels. But ClickFunnels is like $97 per month for the introductory rate. So if you are new, I've been using ClickFunnels for over a year. I've actually been using them since when they just came out. If you are not able to do that, you can use lead pages. I think their price is $37 a month. Or you can use Instapage. I think they might have something that's free and then you can pay to get like customized things. I'm not 100% sure, but you can go use that. You can use, if you use GetResponse, they actually have landing pages built in, so you can do that. I know Entreport also has landing pages built in. So you don't need a website, okay? You do not need a website to book your first paying client. I have clients who book clients and who actually make money in their businesses who don't have a website, all right? They sell their stuff, their programs, their ebooks, or their coaching programs using other things, all right? So you don't need that. You don't. It's a myth. If you have one, awesome, 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 awesome. Your funnel will be flawless. Next thing you need is pen and paper. I like pen and paper. You can use Evernote, you can use a notepad. And the next thing you can use a VA, a virtual assistant, which means you go and hire somebody. You can hire somebody from Fiverr, or you can hire somebody from Upwork, which is formerly known as, just Upwork. Go to upwork.com, you can hire somebody from there. Yeah, or Freelancer or hiremymom.com or whatever. So, now to build your funnel. You have all your ingredients. You are going to firstly create the landing page or the opt-in page for your offer, which is your coaching program, your membership program, or your course, or your ebook, whatever it is. So you're going to create the landing page for that, the sales page. You're going to create the landing page for the free offer. Remember, you would have already had your free offer as one of the ingredients. So now you're going to put all the download links into those landing pages, all download links everywhere. You're going to set up all the email sequences, right? So here's the first email that goes out. They go to that page, they enter their name, they enter their emails, they say, yes, they want your free offer. You give it to them immediately. And you want to make sure that your free offer is something that is short and sweet that they can consume right then and there. Do not have a 21-day challenge. I did that and I did it last year, and by day 8 I quit the challenge. Okay, like honestly, if you go on my YouTube channel, you'll, I think it's probably private, those videos, I'm not sure, I'll make them public so you guys can see, but if you go on my YouTube channel, you'll see that the videos end at day 8. All right, do not do that. Like 21 days is too much. So something short and sweet that they can consume instantly. So a PDF, a work. Don't give an ebook. Don't give a 40-page ebook. They will not read it, or they will think that they need to read it before speaking to you on the phone. So you send that immediately. Now on that same day, what I do is 1 hour after, I send them a personal message. Now that message is not really a personal message because I send it to everybody. But when you send it to somebody 1 hour after, they feel connected to you even more. So it says, the headline of the email actually says, a personal message for you, first name, and I put their name in the headline. So when they open that email, it says to them, hey, welcome to the party. Thank you for signing up for my free offer. I'm so excited that you're here. And then in that link, I tell them, you know, what to expect. So I say, please drag me from your promotions into your primary folder. I hope you're taking notes because there will not be a replay. So take notes. So I say, drag me from your your promotions, add me to your contacts. And over the next couple of days, I will be sending you the best of what I've done over the years. Or I'll be sending you my favorite resources that I've done to help me build my business. Or the best of the best resources that I use to help me lose weight. Or whatever your business is. You're going to be telling them, preparing them. Why? Is because when somebody signs up for your list, that's the most exciting they will ever be about you. All right, they'll be so excited. They'll be like, you know, in that butterfly, you know, like puppy love phase with you. You need to milk that shit, excuse my language, but you need to milk that for all it's worth, because this is when whatever you tell them, they will feel drawn to you. So when you say, yeah, get on my list, thank you for joining my list, here's your free thing. Over the next couple days, I'm going to be sending you this, they will know to look out for it. When you say to them in that email, add me to your contacts, they will do it because they are your friends, all right? Or when you tell them in that email that you have a Facebook group, they will join the Facebook group from there, okay? When you tell them, for me, I make my thank you page of my opt-in my Facebook group, so people join my Facebook group that way. But some people close out or they don't see it, and so I just put that email in there anyway. You also want to make sure that the first email you send them, which is the deliverability email for your free offer, you want to tell them in that email that look out for your personal welcome message from me, so that they look out for the second email. So the first email is where you deliver their free thing. You tell them thank you for signing up, and you tell them to look out for your free thing, your welcome message. Then in the welcome message, which is your second email, you're going to tell them, you know, to add you to their list. You're going to prepare them tell them that over the next couple of days, you're going to be emailing them free stuff. So they're like looking forward to it. Or you're going to be emailing them your best blog post or your free audios or whatever it is. You want to prepare them for that. You're going to tell them to join your group or whatever it is, add you on social media. You want to make sure that you're milking the puppy love phase for all it's worth. All right. So get them to like your Instagram, get them to subscribe to your Facebook, get them to do all those things, because for every email that passes after that, they're less likely to respond. The response will go down. So you want to make sure you get them to do as much on that day as possible. So that way, even if they don't open your emails and you post something on Instagram, they'll see it and they'll be happy and they'll love that. All right. So if you're enjoying this so far, just type in the comments and say heck yes, or say I love this. Or if you have questions, type your questions. I'm going to be answering your questions at the end. So please ask your questions. I will answer them for you. Right? So that's the second email that you're going to send. The third email that you are going to send them is going to be the indoctrination series or the relationship building series. So this is where you're going to show them that you know your stuff. This is where you're going to show them that you are the best of the best. Now, this is kind of like, again, in the dating world, when the guy opens the door, he pulls back your chair, if you're not feeling well, he asks you, how are you doing? Would you like me to rub your feet? Would you like me to give you a little massage? And, he's not asking you to sleep with him or to marry him or anything. He's just being really, really nice to you, right? He's not pitching to you yet. He's just being super, super sweet. He's like, oh no, I'll take care of the tab on the date. He pays for this. You're gonna be doing this to your clients. Like, seriously, this is it. Men have been doing this, and women, we've been doing it too, because we, do our hair. We're all gorgeous, and we don't argue with him. We don't disagree as much. We're nice and sweet, right? Right? Um, it's true, guys. It's true. Um, so yeah, you're gonna woo your clients. You're gonna give them the best of the best. Show them your best stuff. So if you did a webinar or a free training or an audio on your third email, which you're gonna send the following day. Okay, I do mine the following day because I want to keep them in love with me. Some people do like day 1, day 3, day 5, day 7. I do it day 1, day 2, day 3 for the indoctrination series where I'm wooing them and seducing them. I do it on that day. Why? Because I know that's when they're most interested. Now, some people do it day 1, day 3. The reason that also works, because there's no one way to do a funnel. You have to know your niche and know, are your people busy moms? Are they even checking their emails? When should you send them the emails? Right? You need to know from them what's going on with them, right? Now, for the people who they pause a day and send you the following day after, the reason that also works is that it's kind of like when you are in love with a guy and you're texting him and he doesn't reply instantly, and you're like, why isn't he texting me back? Like, why doesn't he messaging? Should I message him? Like, oh my god, he's online, why isn't he messaging me? Like, I know it says that he read my message, why doesn't he read it? Why doesn't he respond? It's like that, right? You're giving them the suspense. It's a relationship, guys. It's a relationship. So if you're good at relationships, then you should be great at funnels, because it's really just a relationship. All right. So I do it the next day because I'm like, listen, I'm not even gonna let you get the chance to see another girl. I'm gonna let you know what's up, but I'm not gonna pitch to you yet. All right. But I'm gonna let you know what's up. That's me. I'm like that, and it works for me. But you need to know your funnel. You need to know your audience, and you need to know, I know the online coaching industry is very saturated. So I know people are always getting emails from coaches, and so I do mine every day. So you know your audience, you know your industry, do what works for your peeps. All right, that's number 1. So this third email, you're gonna give them your best stuff. You're gonna be like, hey darlings, hey loves, hey catalysts, hey whatever you call them. Give them a name. Let them know they're a part of a movement, right? People have this thing called the FOMO, fear of missing out. So you need to make them feel like they're in a part of something bigger than themselves, right? So the third thing is you give them the best stuff. The fourth email you send the following day, and you still give them your best stuff. You're not pitching to them. You're not asking them to buy anything. You're giving them your best, absolute best stuff. All right? And then in that fourth one, when you give them the best stuff, you may invite them to sign up for a webinar. Okay? Now, again, funnels are special. You don't have one way of doing a funnel. You can invite them on day 4 to sign up for your webinar. I'm going to share with you after this the exact way how I did mine that filled my last group coaching program. So this is how you do that, right? You invite them to a webinar. And then on that webinar, you give them value and value. Of course, for the webinar, to get them on the webinar, you need to have another part of your funnel to get them to show up live. So you need to send a reminder the day before, a reminder an hour before, or a reminder on the day and a reminder an hour before, and a reminder when you're starting to get them on. There's a reason you guys are here. I told you this morning. I seeded it last week. I seeded it yesterday. I told you today in the group, and I told you an hour before, well, 30 minutes before, and I told you again when I started. All right, so remind them. This will help them to show up for the webinar. And then on the webinar or challenge or training or teleclass or free Q&A call or free Google Hangout or Periscope, whatever it is, Facebook Live, you dish all the goods. And then you say, babe, Do you want to marry me? Will you marry me? Or will you be my girlfriend? Or let's get let's Netflix and chill. You know, you pitch to them there because that's when they're like, oh my God, I love this person so much. She gave me this epic PDF. She gave me her free audios. Oh my God. And you know what I do? Like for me, I also send them I give them links to my YouTube channel. So I always send you a link to something on my YouTube channel because I know that people are curious. They're gonna click the word YouTube on the video and then they're gonna end up on my YouTube channel and then they're gonna end up going over there and seeing tons more videos about me anyway. I know that, right? Because I've seen where I've sent persons like, you know, the link in the automated sequence and then I keep getting notifications from YouTube, oh, some such and such just subscribed to your YouTube channel, or such and such just commented on a random video that I didn't send them. And I'm like, how did they even get to this video? Right? So you want to make sure that you are doing things to get them to know you more and feel you more and be yourself, right? I am the girl who loves to have her eyebrows always on fleek and lips like this. If that's not you, show up as yourself. If you know you are the pajama party person, own that shit, like, excuse my language, but own it. Show up as that person and be the rock star in your pajamas. I am the person who's the rock star in my stilettos, so I'm going to always have some lipstick and some heels and always be like, you know, all fleeky and stuff. So, but that doesn't have to be you. Be yourself. Be genuine to you because your people will love you for it, right? There are tons of people who, you know, they don't like tattoos, they don't like blue hair, and so they wouldn't be attracted to Kimra Luna. But then you have the people who do love blue hair, or they want to color their hair red or blonde or something, so they will like her, right? You may have the people who they don't care about luxury and like high fashion brands, so they won't go for a Gina DeVee. But then you have the people who do, and they will go for a Gina DeVee. So whatever your thing is, your people will love you for it. Okay? All right. So that's what you do right there, right? You pitch to them there. And what you're gonna pitch is your discovery call. You want to be booking discovery calls consistently. So pitch to them for your discovery. That's if you want to book paying client, coaching clients. If you want to fill your group coaching program, then you pitch your group coaching program. If you want to pitch your mastermind program or your online membership site, you pitch that to them. But you need to make sure that you're doing it consistently. You want to make sure that 80% of the time you're giving value, and then the other 20% of the time you're asking them to take an action. So as you saw, we gave them a freebie, we gave them the welcome email, we gave them, you know, lots and lots of goodies, we gave them more goodies, and then we pitched 80%, 20%, 80%, 20%. The pitch for this one was to join the webinar. That was the pitch, right? 80%, 20%. So the next thing is on the webinar, you give them tons of value and then you pitch to them 20% of the time. Okay? So another way you can do it is you can have an opt-in, the landing page for your freebie, and they opt in for the freebie, and then the thank you page of the freebie is actually the opt-in page for your webinar. Get it? So I've done that many times. If you've done my mini course, if you did the Irresistible in Your Industry mini course, you'd have seen that the thank you page was the webinar, and then you would have seen that the thank you page of the webinar was my Facebook group. Okay, so thank you page, and can I tell you that when you do it that way, I got, okay, with the Irresistible in Your Industry course, I got 98% of people who signed up for the mini course signing up for the webinar. Okay, so that shows you. And then I got around 50% of that to join the group. So you'll see how many people are in the group. Most of them came from that mini course. Now, outside of that, the next thing that I did was when I did my 5 days to fear-free mini course. It was funny because there were 113% of people who signed up for the course who signed up for the webinar. So people, like after they signed up for the course, they shared the link of the webinar with their friends, and their friends ended up signing up for the webinar and got on my list even though they didn't even sign up for the mini course. So what you do is you have a separate list. When people sign up for the webinar, do not add them to the same list. Have a list for the freebie and have a list for the webinar. So you send the webinar reminders automatically to those people. Hey, yeah, you're registered for the webinar. And then you send the follow-up to those people. And then you'll be able to see from those two lists who didn't register for the webinar, and then you invite them to the webinar. Do you see what I mean? So all of this are things that you can set up and have them automated. If you're using GetResponse, it should be quite easy. If you're using MailChimp, you may have to get something called Zapier, which is Zapier. Zapier or Zapier. And what you can do from there is segment people off. So you can write a rule in Zapier. So it says, if not on webinar, if on webinar, but not on this list, on opt-in, add to opt-in. So it's like, it's really, really something simple. I know I'm explaining Zapier here, and it might sound complicated, but it's really, really not complicated. It's super simple. They have free version, and then with the paid version, you can even sync things like your PayPal. So when somebody buys a product, they immediately get added to your list, to a special list on your PayPal or your Stripe or your everything. Like Zapier, when you pay, you get everything. So on GetResponse, it's easy because you can create 2 lists and then just add the segmentations that way and set a rule in GetResponse to remove somebody from the list and add them to another list if they did not sign up for the webinar. So you only ask them to sign up for the webinar. So that's how it actually works. You are segmenting off the emails. Now, when you're doing the webinar or the challenge, you do, hey, thank you for signing up. That's the first one. You do the hey, just a quick reminder. And then this one really works well. We are waiting for you. It works. I've done tons of webinars. You see me here doing Thursday training. I've been doing trainings on Thursdays since last year. I always do trainings on Thursdays since when I was a quarter life crisis coach. If you were in my Catalyst Club Facebook group from my previous mini course, my fear-free mini course, you would have seen that I always had training Thursdays. So I'm always doing either Periscope or a Blab or something, or a Facebook training. And so when I do that, I always have different emails going out on a Thursday. Sometimes I'll do a teleclass on instant teleseminar. So when I do that, I say things like, we're starting now. Or I say, the webinar starts in an hour. The one I saw that got me the most opens was, we are waiting for you, first name. You put their first name in there. What that does is the person feels like, oh my God, she's waiting on me. They click on the link and they join the webinar. And sometimes they probably would not have joined the webinar because they'll be like, oh, I'll watch it later. But when they see you say that you're waiting for them, imagine being on your phone and you get a notification that says somebody's waiting for you. You automatically click on it, like, who's waiting on me? What is going on? Right? So even if they forgot about the webinar, they'll join that way. Now that they've gone through the webinar, you pitch to them about the discovery call. Some of them signed up for the discovery call. Some of them did not. So here's what you do. It's the follow-up sequence. So you've seen here the delivery sequence where you deliver the thing to them. You had your welcome and indoctrination series where you started showing them how much you're an awesome lover or coach or whatever. Basically, you woo them. You gave them all those free things. You also did another pitch. So you invited them out on a second date. So you invited them to the webinar or whatever it was. Now, the follow-up sequence is extremely important. Not everybody who signed up for the webinar is going to come to the webinar. Not everybody who comes to the webinar is going to sign up for the discovery call right then and there. So the follow-up sequence is where you give them something that is heartfelt. Okay? Oh my God, I love marketing so much. It is heartfelt, but it's really a strategy. And so what that does is you're touching their pain points in the email. So mine says, not living a fulfilling life. Well, that's the previous one. Tired of not living a fulfilling life? Question mark. Immediately they see the headline. They're like, oh my God, how does she know? They open the email, and the email is me sharing my story about my quarter life crisis of when I was going through my Pringles phase. I put on 18 pounds in 3 to 4 months because I was depressed. I was stuffing my face with Pringles every day. I was going through a rough relationship. All of this story is true, by the way. And in that phase and the time I was going through it, it was depressing. Looking back now, because it's been 3 years, I can feel all happy because I've moved past it. but you say to them, you touch the pain points. So if you're a health coach, you talk to them about the situation that motivated you. You talk about the fact that you were diagnosed with an illness that really, really, shook you, or you fainted at work, or I have a friend who she lost her eyesight. Share that, share the story, share what the pain was, and then share how you actually made the change. And then you let them know in the email that that change is possible for them too. You want to give them a hope. You don't want to just depress people in your emails. So you're going to give them something that's heartfelt, that's touching on the pain points, but you want to also, give them hope. Let them know that there is something, that there's an answer, and let them know that your discovery call will help them to identify the answer. So you seed the discovery call. You say to them, I want to invite you so and so to sign up for a discovery call. I remember doing that, and within 2 hours of sending out that email, I got 5 discovery calls. So this is a part of, you can't send that email all the time, of course, because if you send it all the time, then people who already got it would get it again, and they'd be like, why is she sending me this? But for the new people who come on your list and they're going through the funnel, they will get that email and they will resonate with it, and they will sign up for the discovery call. Now, before this is going to be this part that I'm going to cover now is overlapping in my next workshop that I will be having next week Thursday, which is my Goddess of Sales workshop, which is going to tell you how to book discovery calls and close discovery calls. But after they sign up for the discovery call, they fill out your application form, they book a time. You need to have a follow-up sequence for that too. Many people don't do this. Like the fact that, like, I see some people dropped off the workshop, some people are still here. You are here because you are serious about your business right now, and I'm happy for you that you're still here. What you got to do is, when they sign up for the discovery call, you send them an email saying, thank you so much for signing up. I received it and I'm looking forward to speaking with you one-on-one. I will be going through your application form, and I will be sending you a resource tomorrow or whichever day, because say they sign up for the discovery call on Friday and today's Wednesday. So you'll say to them, I'll send you a resource tomorrow on Thursday that will be preparing you for our time together, but will answer your challenge that you outlined in the welcome packet. So you either go and you either create a mini audio, or you create a blog post, or for me, I usually have tons of stuff already, so I just send them the link to that thing. And what that does is they go and they are reading your blog post, or they're listening to the audio, or they're watching the YouTube video, and it's answering the specific problem that they outlined in the application form. All right, so you're seeing how many different segments here we have to your funnel. This is what works, guys. This is what gets you paying clients. I'm not talking about just getting you people on the phone or getting people on your list. I'm talking about from not knowing you to knowing you, falling in love with you, falling deeply in love with you, getting on the discovery call, and paying you in full. Okay? So they go now and they're watching this thing. They said that their biggest problem was that they're struggling with their diet, and you send them something about the top 10 foods that they should avoid, or top 10 substitutes that they can use for the unhealthy foods, right? And they're like, oh my god, I can make this fries, I can make sweet potato fries in the oven instead of buying those chips from Burger King or from McDonald's. And so they're seeing all of this. Yeah, the sun is setting, so the light is coming through my window here. So they're seeing all of that, and they're saying, oh my god, she's such a genius. And then the following day, when you have the discovery call with them, or later that day when you have the discovery call with them, they already see that you know how to solve their problem. Do you see how you do that? That's the follow-up sequence. Now, if the person signs up with you, great. If they don't sign up with you, you have a follow-up sequence for them too, which is 1 month after, you say, hey, how's it going? 3 months after, hey, how's it going? A year later, hey, how's it going? You'll be surprised to see how much people have changed. I mean, and if they no longer want to be on your list, they will unsubscribe. Simple. Or if they're inactive people, like I told you in the beginning of this training, you can either unsubscribe them, or you can move them on over to some other random list where they're not important anymore. Okay? So that's it. So let's recap. We did a lot of stuff in this training. We did a lot of stuff in this workshop. I'm going to recap. So first of all, you already have a funnel. If you're not getting paying clients from your funnel, it's because your funnel sucks. No offense, but your funnel sucks. Don't worry, we covered how you can solve that. If you joined in late, I'll be sharing with you all of that. I also shared with you where I learned all of this stuff. I've trained with Andy Harrington, Gina DeVee, Ryan Dice, T. Harv Eker, Melanie Duncan, Paul Sheely, Kevin Teeple, which is one of Tony Robbins' coaches, Bill Barron, and tons of other online entrepreneurs and coaches and stuff like that who teach this stuff. I've learned from the best of the best of the best. They're all seven-figure business. Amber Aziza, they're all seven-figure business owners. I explained to you that you already have a funnel. I explained to you that there's simple mistakes that you've been making. For example, you've been pitching too soon, or you don't pitch soon enough. And it could also be that you're not consistent, so they don't trust you. But if you follow what I taught in this training, you will be consistent because you'll be emailing them on day 1, day 2, day 3, day 7, day 8, day 9. You'll be consistently speaking to them, and they will consistently hear from you and build that know, like, and trust factor even more. Yes, I also explained to you that you need to work backwards with your funnel. So you need to first, if you don't have a coaching program already or a product to sell, you need to work backwards. So you need to go ask your clients, your potential clients, what they want to learn, go and talk to them, figure out what they want, what they're willing to pay for, and how much they're willing to pay for it, and you create that program. Then you go and you pick out what all the topics are from that. You segment off one topic and you create your free offer. You make it so rock solid but easily digestible, nothing too long, easily digestible, and then you are going to create your free offer about that one thing, right? Then you're going to have to get these ingredients: time to write these emails, time to host things, time to prepare landing pages, or you could hire a VA. I mean, I do that now. When I started out, I did everything myself. I do still do some things myself because I only hire my VA for a certain amount of hours, and it's not enough for her to do everything, so I still do stuff myself. You need a client relationship management, customer relationship management software like MailChimp or GetResponse or Entreport or Aweber or whatever, ConvertKit, whatever. You need to create your free offer. So whether it's a PDF, an audio, whatever it is, create that free offer. You need to have that landing page platform. So you can use Lead Pages. I personally use ClickFunnels. You can use Instapage, pen and paper, or your Evernote or your Notepad. Or you can also have a VA or somebody who's like taking on all these things for you. Then I shared with you how to set up the funnel. So they go from the page where they opt in, then they get on your list immediately. You send them an email immediately with the offer. You send them a follow-up email shortly after. It can be immediately after if you want. I like to send mine a couple minutes after to make it seem more personal. So I send mine an hour after. You don't have to wait an hour. You can send it immediately. You can send it an hour after, but you want to send it on that day and quick, as close as possible to that time, so they're still warmed up to you. So you send them that, telling them, yay, you're in the club, you're in the community. I want to personally welcome you. Follow me on Instagram, add me to your contacts, drag me from your promotions tab if you use Gmail, and you tell them to expect more juicy goodies from you the following days. The following day, you send them the first juicy goodie. The next day, you send them some more juicy goodies, and you invite them to sign up for something else. So that something else can be a discovery call. It can be a webinar. I personally choose to do a webinar because I want to give even more value, especially because there's so many coaches out there who are doing the same thing that we are doing. You're not the only health coach. You're not the only relationship coach. And so people may have other people that they're learning from, and the more they see you, hear you, learn from you, the more they know you, like you, trust you, and send the cha-ching with you. So that's the next thing I do. You invite them to a webinar. That's the first leg of your funnel. The second leg of your funnel, you're reminding them about the webinar, inviting them if they hadn't joined again. If they didn't sign up, you remind them that you're inviting them, right? You give a blog post, and at the end of the blog post, you say, sign up for the webinar, so they see why the webinar is valuable. So you're giving them content, and you're also asking them to sign up for the webinar. Once they sign up for the webinar, you have the reminder sequence for the webinar. Okay, that's the reminder sequence for your webinar. So the day before, the day off, 1 hour before, and when it's starting. You don't have to send all of those. I do because I want them to come to the webinar, and people receive hundreds of emails each day. I think Ryan Dice says they receive 140 or 120 emails per day. And so I want to make sure they're getting mine. So I remind them about the webinar. Yes. Then after they join the webinar, on the webinar, you invite them to the discovery call. If they did not sign up for the discovery call, you send them a follow-up sequence from the webinar, inviting them to the discovery call. And that's where you're going to pull at the heartstrings. You're going to share more of your story, share more of your pains and how relatable you are to them with their pain that they're going through and how you overcame it, and let them know it's possible for them to overcome it too. And then you invite them to the discovery call. All right, that's what you're going to do there. Now, if it is that they did sign up for the discovery call, or when they do sign up for the discovery call, you are then going to follow up with them and say, thank you for signing up for the discovery call. Here's a free, I went through your application form. I saw that you were struggling with this main thing, and I created this special audio specifically for you. Or here's a free resource on my blog that matches this topic. Or here's a free audio on my SoundCloud. Or here's a free video on my YouTube that helps with this specific topic. And what that does is it prepares them for the call. They're going to show up for the call. You also, oh, I think I forgot this part, but before the discovery call, you want to remind them the day before the call that they have the call. Which if you're doing the the resource the day before, they will get the reminder in there. Give them the access link, whether it's Skype or whether it's the call into a conference line. And then on the day, you want to remind them an hour before and 5 minutes before the call. And I always tell them to show up 5 minutes before the call in case there's technical glitch, because I know some persons, they like to show up late for stuff. So when I tell them 5 minutes before, I don't show up until the actual time, but at least I don't have to be there 5 minutes waiting for somebody to show up. So they show up on time. Yes, and then if they don't sign up for the discovery call, you send them a follow-up from there. There's also another email sequence that you send when they do sign up to work with you. For example, hey, welcome to my private coaching program, or welcome to my group coaching program. Here's your welcome packet and your contract, a copy of the contract that we covered. Here's a copy of whatever. Here's a bonus free course to make our time even more epic. And so those are just some of the things, right? So I'm gonna check and see if there's any questions. I know a couple persons were on here and they popped off, but I'm gonna check and see if there's any questions. If you're here still and you have questions, please ask them now, because I'm gonna be closing off the webinar, this training, this workshop shortly. So if you have any questions at all about about funnels, please ask me them. Please ask me. Of course, there will not be a replay. Once this training ends, I will be removing this video from YouTube and from my channel. And so I hope you enjoyed it. This will also be used as a bonus as a part of the Client Magnet Mastermind. So my Client Magnet Mastermind, if you're watching this through the Client Magnet Mastermind, then you are already good. If you are not watching this as a part of the Client Magnet Mastermind, the persons who will do this as a part of the Client Magnet Mastermind will get an email swipe file, which means they will get word by word copies of exactly how I say and write all these emails. So you don't have to try to figure out what to write in the email yourself. You will have them written down. You will have them written down yourself. Okay, you can just copy and paste them into your email marketing software, and you just change all the words that match your thing, your brand, or excuse me. You can change it to match all of your branding or your niche or your industry or whatever. All right, so I'm going to have a swipe file. If you want to access the swipe file, then I would recommend that you join the Client Magnet Mastermind. If you want to learn more about the Client Magnet Mastermind, send me an email to admin@missinspirer.com, or reach out to me on Facebook through the Facebook group. And I will let you know how you can get in. Of course, for anybody who joins in the early bird period, which is right now, you will have 4 weeks of private coaching as a bonus, plus all the other epic bonuses as well. So you want to sign up for that. You want to get a month's worth of private coaching that's worth $1,000. And I will be increasing my prices on my private coaching program, so it will be valued way more than that. Do you have any questions? I'm going to refresh again and see if there's any more questions. If anybody had any questions at all about funnels. I know this was a very in-depth training. The persons who will be in the Client Magnet Mastermind will get, as I said, swipe files with all the emails that I use. All right. So yeah. Well, thank you. I guess that's it. I don't see any questions. I will be in the Irresistible in Your Industry Facebook group. So if you have questions, you can ask them there. If you're watching this through the Client Magnet Mastermind, you know we have our office hours every week. And you also have your private coaching session with me, because everybody in this course gets a private coaching session with me. So you can always ask me a question there and I can give you that personal support. Let me just give you some more information about the Client Magnet Mastermind. It's a visibility boot camp and an implementation incubator. So many people have programs where they're giving you pre-recorded trainings that they did like 5 years ago, and they are also giving you just tons of worksheets, lots of theory, but nothing actionable. I hate that. I personally hate when I do a course and it's a bunch of chatting and nothing that's helping me to implement. And one of the biggest reasons people fail in business is because they're not taking consistent action. And so I created this mastermind program because I want to kick your ass. I want to see you get success. Okay, my biggest aim is to have the world be a better place, like to really change the world. I want to be like the millennial Oprah. And so yeah, that's the truth. I'm always being really shameless, but it's the truth. I want to be like millennial Oprah. I want to change people's lives. And so I can't change the 7 billion people's lives individually, but if I can inspire you to get clients and to change people's lives in whatever way, then I get to live my purpose and live my calling, and I get to be, a catalyst and be impacting and influential in the world. And so I want to inspire you to do that. So if that's you, I want to invite you to join the Client Magnet Mastermind, because it is going to be epic. It's a 6-week implementation boot camp. It's weekly action-packed things. I'm there with you, holding your hand every week. You get your personally assigned mastermind sister. We're going to cover all of the things that we did here much more in depth. You get swipe files, cheat sheets, things that you can actually use, and not just a bunch of worksheets and theory. You're going to get things you can actually use. It's going to be tons and tons of value, I mean, your clients, your ideal clients, where to find them, how to be visible, how to stand out online, how to position yourself as an expert in a quick amount of time, in a short amount of time, so that people know you, like you, trust you, and actually want to pay for your services. That's what I'm going to be sharing with you in this mastermind program. I'm going to also be there with you one-on-one. No other coach is doing this right now. I see many coaches have bonuses where they give you, like a VIP program where you have extra coaching out, group coaching hours, but nobody I'm seeing giving one-on-one. And I'm going to give you one-on-one support. That means every person in this course gets a private coaching session with me, and that means I get to help you see what is really stopping you personally, and we help you personally customize the strategy to match you, because I just share with you the funnels that I use. But what if you are more of an audio person and you want to do teleclasses? Then I can help you customize your funnel with teleclasses. What if you're somebody who you hate Facebook groups but you love Instagram? You're like the Instagram goddess. Then I will help you use Instagram in your funnel to master this exact thing of how to book paying clients. And that's what we'll be doing one-on-one. Now, another thing is having a mastermind sister. You need somebody who's going to be a peer to you, who's on the same level as you, who's going to support you and guide you through and make sure that you're getting stuff done. I'm going to personally assign you a mastermind sister. You're going to fill out your welcome packet when you sign up for this program. And from there, I'm going to look at everybody's welcome packets. And I'm going to say, oh, this person specializes in this and her weak point is this. And I'm going to customize your mastermind experience for you. I'm going to recommend somebody to you as a mastermind. I've done it before in my previous group coaching programs, and to this day, those ladies are still friends. They're like still friends to this day. And so I want to help you to have that same experience. Somebody who can hold you accountable in your business. When you say you're going to do something, they message you on Facebook and say, hey, thoughts? Did you do it? Or we don't call our friends that, right? But whatever you call your friends, you say, hey babe, hey boo, hey chica, hey darling, whatever. Did you get that work done? And they will say, yes, I got it done. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have these kinds of support in place. Now, the investment, there is an investment. The investment for the Client Magnet Mastermind is $497. I know it's super cheap, super duper cheap. But the reason I'm making it this easy of an investment for private coaching, you're getting private coaching, you're getting mastermind, you're getting weekly group coaching calls, weekly modules, weekly PDFs, worksheets, audios, Q&A calls. You have unlimited access to me in our Facebook members only forum where I'm coaching you, laser coaching you, giving you all the support you get personally. You get bonuses like this workshop here. You get my Goddess of Sales workshop teaching you how to master your sales conversations and how to book. Like I booked 16 discovery calls in 3 days. On this webinar, I shared with you how I booked 5 discovery calls in 2 hours. I'm going to show you how to book all of those kinds of things too in this course as the bonuses. You're going to get a $500 gift card towards private coaching with me during the duration of the course if you decide to sign up for private coaching. You get tons of value. I give you everything you need and nothing more. It's going to be a boot camp, like a boot camp. It's not about watching recorded videos or things that you can Google. It's going to be action, 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 action. No more theory. It's time for no more fluff, no more BS. It's time for action. It's time for implementation. It's time for accountability. It's time for you to get results. All right. And so $497, I know it's a good price. I know. I'm tooting my own horn with this one because I know it's super epic. But the reason I made it this investment for the first round of the program is because the next round I'm going to double the price. It's going to be $997 for this program. And so I want to make sure that as many people sign up for the first one as possible so I can get you guys good results so you guys can give me good testimonials. Duh. So when I hike the price up, I can do the launch again and get more people to sign up. So if you're interested, either leave a comment in the comment box below. Let me know you're interested in learning about this and I will reach out to you personally, or send me a personal message on Facebook. The program itself originally launches on Monday, Monday of next week. So you have between today and then to actually get the 4 weeks of private coaching bonus. So if you want a free month of coaching, you can still get that bonus. All right. So I'm going to check again to see if there are any questions. And if there are no more questions, then I'm going to head off. If you're interested, I know more persons are still here because I can see that you're still live. And the fact that you're still here means that maybe you're still interested in learning more. So if you don't have any questions, just reach out to me. And I look forward to seeing more of you, hearing more from you. And thank you so much. Okay, so I did promise that for the persons who stayed through to the end, you'd get a prize from me. I don't know who you are. Please, if you are the person who is staying until the end, send me an email right now at admin@missinspire.com or message me on Facebook or comment in the thing and let me know that it's you. Let me know who you are, and I will reach out to you personally and give you your PDF for this training. So it will be like a PDF presentation checklist kind of thing, so you will know what to recap. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So email me admin@missinspire.com. Thank you for staying tuned to the end. You will get a surprise from me. Thank you. If you have any questions, let me give you a last chance to see if you have any questions. Oh my God, I don't want to miss your questions because I love taking questions from you guys. Let's refresh one last time. Let's see if there are more questions. Let's see. Let's see. Nope, I don't see any more questions. Thank you, darlings, for joining. Thank you for staying through to the end. I see you're here still. So I love you. Mwah. Giving you kisses. Sending you lots of love. But I'm going to go now. So bye. Bye, Chica. I don't know who you are. I wish I knew who you were. Like, let me know who you are so I wish I could see who you were. If I knew who you were, I would just reach out to you and send you your free PDF. Just email me, admin@missinspire.com, or message me on Facebook or comment in the comment section of the page. Until then, bye.